What's good, y'all? Today is Monday, June 9th. I'm back here at the school. Today's gonna be somewhat of a short video because I forgot my camera today and I wanted to do a whole bunch of recording, get all this B-roll and all this other stuff, yada, yada, yada. But I left it in the car and I wasn't gonna walk all the way to the library to set all that up. So essentially no B-roll today, pretty much just getting into it. What I wanted to talk about is from actually the 48 Laws of Power. I haven't read that book in a minute and I'm actually starting to read it again, but something happened to me at work that kind of reminded me of one of the rules. So the rule is rule number 4, which is never say more than necessary. So essentially only give information when it's needed. Also, I feel like also give information when people are like paying attention to you. And what happened to me at work was I was talking to two coworkers. One of them asked me about the job that I ended up quitting over at Yale, because obviously I ain't tell nobody I quit. So he asked me about it and I was like, yeah, actually I ended up quitting. So he was like asking me questions about it and stuff like that. And then while I'm talking, the other coworker just completely cut me off and then basically changed the whole subject and never apologized, none of that, never revisited that. So as soon as that happened, I just stopped talking. I was like, yo, this is what we doing? All right, say less. I stopped talking completely. They were having a whole new conversation, and there were many times I could have butted into that conversation, but I was like, nah, I'm not gonna do that. Also, something I learned from Jordan Peterson is when you're talking and someone cuts you off or you realize someone's not listening, immediately stop talking and watch them and analyze them and observe them. And I've been doing that for a while now. Like anytime I'm interrupted, I stop talking. And sometimes people will interrupt me and they'll apologize after, which is like normal. Like they'll interrupt, say something like, oh, my fault. Then we get right back into it. I've done that many times. I'll interrupt someone and be like, oh, I'm sorry. What were you saying again? Can we get back into that? Not trying to be rude, but in this scenario, in the case that I believe Jordan Peterson is talking about, is when they just cut you off and they don't return to you at all. You know, they don't show any type of respect, any type of courtesy and stuff like that. So because I was cut off, I just stopped talking. And I wish I observed them more. I was also eating at the time, so my mindset was, I'm gonna just eat my little dinner here and look at whatever YouTube video I was watching and just not even worry about them. But what I'll typically do is I'll stop talking and I'll observe them and I'll kind of watch them, you know? And I don't know, it just rubbed me the wrong way, but I say all this to basically say, it made me think of that rule, that scenario I went through at work. It made me think of the rule, never speak more than necessary. And I think it's very, very smart to only speak when necessary, because a lot of times when you talk too much, you give up information about yourself that the other person doesn't need to know. Also, you have no idea what people's motives are. So you'll talk, and what happens is they'll end up remembering that information you gave them, and they can use that against you at any given moment. They can speak behind your back using that information, which could inevitably lead to your downfall, whether that's at work or whether that's in a social place. People really hide them true selves all the time. So you have to be really careful who you share information with, especially sensitive information. It's extremely, extremely important. And it's something that I try to practice on a daily. I really try to watch what I say, and obviously it's hard. Sometimes I mess up, sometimes some information that I didn't mean to get out gets out. It's a part of me being young. It's also just a part of me not really being focused, but you have to really pay attention to what you say. And also that's another way to become articulate, is really thinking before you speak and thinking before you say things. When someone asks you a question, you don't just blurt out the answer. You take time to almost craft the answer and craft what you actually want to say. But I think that's a skill that has to be developed, and it takes time to develop that skill. Your tongue is very powerful, man. What you say is very, very powerful. You can speak something into existence. You can speak something into life. You can speak destruction on yourself. You can give information to other people, which can lead to your own downfall. So you really got to be careful what you say. If someone asks you a question, yeah, every once in a while you can elaborate on that question. But other than that, answer the question and keep it pushing, man. Because people are sneaky and you truly, truly never know. And another thing that I want to which kind of, dang, I took a picture on my other phone, but I don't have it, but I do have this book. I'm big into the Bible. I'm big into Jesus Christ and all that. And I try my best to read the Bible. Obviously, I'm not the best, and I still mess up, but there are so many, I have so many Bible verses here. I should have highlighted the ones I wanted to use. But there are many Bible verses, especially in Proverbs, that talks about watching your mouth. Your mouth can bring you ruin. Right here, I found one, Proverbs 18:21. The tongue can bring death or life. Those who love to talk will reap the consequences. If you talk too much, it could be your downfall. You really got to watch yourself. You have to watch what you say. You also have to watch what you say around certain people. Let's see if I am able to find another one in here. Even fools, keeping silent, are considered wise if they keep their lips closed, intelligent. Those who spare their words are truly knowledgeable, and those who are discreet are intelligent. Those who guard their mouths preserve themselves. Those who open wide their lips bring ruin. There's no need for you to talk if you have nothing important or nothing to say that actually provides some type of value to the conversation. Do not just talk for the F's of it, because people will look at you and think you're a fool. And anyone's watching this, there have probably been many times you've been with someone you like, yo, they talk way too much. Yo, TMI, you done given me way too much information about you. You done told me your whole life story. And there's also gonna be some people watching this who have used what people have said against them. It's just the way of the world. It's how we are as people. We all trying to get up, especially if this is in a situation where I need to move up in rank and you're in the way. There are a lot of malevolent people out here who do not care and will use what you say against you in order for them to rise in the rank. Because listen, man, it's a cold world out there. It's a eat or be in that world. There's a saying me and my friends say, it's a little vulgar, but it's a come or be come down world. It's what it is. It truly is what it is. And even in the Bible, it talks about watching what you say. Even fools who keep silent are considered to be intelligent. Someone who is a fool, who is stupid, just because they don't talk, they're considered intelligent. If you just babble on and on and on, people do not respect you. People will not respect you. And another thing that the book, The 48 Laws of Power, has talked about is you gain power and respect through not talking. Are you gonna listen to someone who talks every day, all day like this, or are you gonna listen to the person who speaks every once in a while? You listen to the person who speaks every once in a while because their words hold so much more weight. You actually want to hear and listen to what this person says because you're not used to hearing their voice every single day, all day. You have more power the less you talk. Obviously, there are times where you need to talk. There are times where you need to speak up. There's a time and a place. But your words hold so much more weight when you don't talk all the time. Sometimes just sit in silence. There are many times where I'm chilling with my friends or I'm at work and I just sit in silence. I won't say nothing. And also you realize this too, a lot of people aren't comfortable with silence. So you have to learn to become comfortable with it. A lot of people aren't comfortable with silence. I'll sit in a room with somebody and just be quiet. They'll start talking, we'll have a little conversation, it dies down, it'll be quiet again. Then they start talking again, then they start talking again. Why? Because people are uncomfortable with silence. Learn how to be comfortable with silence. And also, if you want a way to actually get some things out of people, just be silent. Because people who aren't comfortable with silence are gonna talk, and they'll just talk about random things, bro. Random things, and next thing you know, they telling you their whole life story just because they can't sit in silence. Now you have all this information. Do what you want with that information. You could be a little bit more malevolent. I don't know how to say that word. You could be a little bit more evil and use what they say against them, or you can, have some type of morals and stuff like that and just kind of keep it in the back of your head. But it's important to learn how to sit with silence. It's important not to talk all the time. And it's important just to say less than necessary. There's no need to talk a whole bunch. There really isn't. So that's really it for today. I've been wanting to talk about this. This happened to me on Thursday. Here we are, Monday. So I haven't really recorded for the past couple of days, but here I am, was able to record this video. So this one's gonna be short. There's gonna be no B-roll, but hey, it is what it is. But once again, thank you for watching. Appreciate you. Thank you, Brody. I love you, man. Keep on posting. Keep on working, man. Keep your head down. Keep on grinding, baby. It's going to change soon. Peace.